So I was closing at a Walgreens one night, and one of my associates and I are walking out of the building together. And this woman walks up to us and she says, "Hey, I really need a ride home. This guy just dumped me on the side of the road and I have no way to get home. Could you maybe call me an Uber or something or whatever?" And unfortunately, since we're in the fucking boonies, there's no fucking signal and there's no Uber out there.
Boondocks.
So I said to my associate, I was like, "I'll call you once I've dropped her off. I'll just go and drop her off," because the associate lived south and this woman was needing to go north. So I'm driving this woman home.
Mount Views with Kanye's West Children, I think, right? Her name is like West or North or South, whatever it's like.
Northwest, yeah.
Northwest.
Her
That was close.
Her name is Northwest, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fucking
I'm driving this woman
dumbest
home, and she starts talking to me about how she's behind on rent, and the guy that she was with, it was going to be to like help pay for that. And I was like, "I'm really sorry to hear he did that to you." And then she asked how long she asked how long it had been since I had sex.
Oh, no thanks.
And I was like, "Oh, it's been like over a year." And
Dude,
she
you
was
should have been
like,
like,
Why did you answer her honestly?
You should have been like, "Oh, it's been like a day. I have a girlfriend." Smile.
I should have, but.
Or you should have just like wiped off your mouth, just like, what do you mean?
So I said, "Oh, like over a year or something." And she was like, "Well, maybe we can help each other out then." And I said, "No, thank you. I'm not really feeling that right now." And she said, "Oh." And then just like turned forward for the rest of like the 10, 15 minutes that I like drove her home. And then she just thanked me for driving her home. And I was like, what the hell did I just witness? Like, it was just another one of those surreal things that happened at my time at that Walgreens. I swear some of my time at that store from like 2016 to 2015 to like 2019 was just, it just seemed not real sometimes. And then like I had to text my associate and be like, "Hey, I'm heading home now." She tried to proposition me.
I said, "Hey,
she was like,
it's me."
She was like,
Ryan Theory, twitch.tv/Ryan. Honestly, I can't remember this crap. This sucks.
This sucks.
That's crazy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
So I have a question for you, Cosmic. How hot would she have had to been for you to say yes?
I'm not going to do that with somebody that I just met like a minute ago. That like.
Oh, this was that recent.
Well, she literally like.
In the story.
No,
in the story.
In the story,
he met the girl like a minute ago because
ago.
she got dropped off and she was like stranded or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So he just engaged with her. Not to be confused with Engage 8.
In the time for, not like present day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like if it was like Zendaya or something, you know what I mean? Like, what would it take for you to say yes in that situation?
Zendaya's not asking Cosmic.
Is there
I mean,
you know?
I really don't know, dude. Because if it was that exact situation, it's such a strange situation to be in, where you're just like walking out of your fucking weird ass.
And then Zendaya's just right there saying like, help.
And then, Zendaya. If Zendaya was sitting outside of a Walgreens in Delaware, okay, I would have way too many questions to simply be like, "Zendaya, I see that you're offering to have sex with me. Perhaps we can do something here." I would have way too many questions.
Perhaps an arrangement could be made.
That's going at the beginning of the podcast.
Perhaps an arrangement can be made. Yes.
That's awesome.
You know,
if Zendaya's outside of a Walgreens in Delaware, how likely does it mean then that Tom Holland is also outside of that same Walgreens?
I'm assuming that Tom Holland would be the one in this story that had dumped her on the side of the road.
True.
Yes.
Tom Holland's a piece of shit, guys. I can't believe
Sucks
he
to be Tom
dumped
Holland.
Zendaya on the side of the road. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What a fumble.
We should write about this on Twitter and cancel him right now. Can't believe he did that.
Spider-Man 4 not coming back home. So.
Podcast title.
Would Tom Holland get Zendaya on the side of the road?
Would you let Zendaya proposition
you? Outside of a Walgreens.
I feel like I like proposition less than just sex. I feel like I like
Would
that
you let
way.
Zendaya sex you?
See, when you phrase it like
cry.
that, it's like yeah, sure. But when
Well,
it's
I don't
like
know. Tell me how to phrase it. I'm asexual. This is
Again,
not my
you
area of
just put-
expertise.
like
You could just not.
in front of a Walgreens, just put in front
Have
of
you ever
Walgreens
considered
in front
not
of it.
speaking?
No, actually,
no, I really hadn't crossed my mind, frankly.
Ooh.
Not
Not to
at
be
all.
confused with crossing people up like in basketball, like breaking their ankles.
Or
Kyrie
in
Irving.
Melee.
ouch, breaking ankles.
True.
Speaking of Melee, Melee fucking sucks.